Now, you're definitely known for a lot of controversial comments, specifically about Chicago in regards to King Von. A lot of fuck King Von, a lot of death on the GDs, BDs.
Crips and Bloods, and anybody who killed niggas.
Yeah, all that. Yeah. Tell us the logic behind that type of speech.
I'm against anything that's against black people. It's been documented and reported that King Von have killed at least 3 or 4 people. Even Chicago Police Department have came out and adamantly said that he's been involved in the cause of murders. I knew nothing of King Von up until he died. Knew nothing about him. Couldn't tell you I can't repeat one song of a Chicago rapper other than Twister and Do or Die and Kanye West. So when I started learning about him, he had just gotten out of jail once I'd done my research. He was already a big rapper. But he was released from jail on some murders. Not that he didn't do it, but because the victims came up dead.
Now hold on, let's stop right there. Where you hear that at?
I read it. I done my research.
You read it where?
In all the paperwork that's on him. Whether that's true or not.
No, I'm just saying, is that something you found on YouTube?
No,
or?
no. I don't go to YouTube for information.
Okay.
I go to databases.
Okay.
When you have the knowledge that I have, I was a pre-law student at Texas Wesleyan University. So I know how to go to the public library or any university's library and tap into databases and pull up information and read articles and real written, credible sources.
Right.
So when you go to college and you have to write a paper, you can't write, I got this from YouTube. They're gonna fail you.
Okay.
You can't put Google as your source of information.
Okay.
You have to put a credible source of information. Mm-hmm. So I went and read credible sources of information.
Okay.
It says that the witnesses, came up dead in the case.
And the reason I have to challenge that is because, with me being in the media field and you being in the media field yourself, a lot of shit in the headlines be fake, right? Charleston White shoots himself in the leg in the club. We know that's fake.
You miss
Charleston White, Soulja Boy.
You miss what I'm saying. That's not the media field. I'm not in the media field. I don't have a media press pass. I'm a YouTuber with content. YouTubers aren't the media field. I get no information from YouTube. I get no information from Google. I'm going to go to a library database that's going to give me access to police records, news articles, because if the news reports something wrong, they can be sued.
The news is fake.
Listen to me. If the news reports something wrong, they can be sued. That's why they have a correction section, where if they say something wrong, they say, hey, we got to correct this, because they can be sued. YouTubers can't be sued for saying something wrong. YouTube don't have a media press pass where if the president comes...
Now, hold on. Now, let's talk. I don't mean to cut you off, but I do want to talk about fake news just right now because you're a Donald Trump supporter, correct?
I'm a conservative voter who just so happened to vote for Donald Trump because he pushed the conservative platform. But
and he also pushed the fake news agenda with Fox, correct?
I don't know that to be true.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I come to challenge you today because I watch a lot of your interviews. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, you missing what I'm saying.
No, I ain't missing. I'm right here with you.
Hold on. If you hear me
I want you to be right here where I'm at too, though.
But I'm way past you, brother, because you stuck on the news. I'm telling you, I done went to the library.
But we talk about credible sources.
But listen to me. You
said news articles. That's where I'm at.
Listen. You saying news and news articles are totally different.
You got the articles from the news.
No,
you ain't talking to no fool. What's up, Mr. Charleston White?
Let me explain something to you, brother. You don't see news editors on television. The people who write the news aren't newscasters. You totally confused.
The newscasters reporting what they got from the news editors.
That's not true at all, brother.
What you mean that's not true?
The things that's reported on the news are not equally to the things that's written in papers. That's why you got Bill O'Reilly who goes on television and speak, and you got Bob Ray Sanders who write and you'll never see his face. They don't say the same things. Because one is pushing a narrative. one have to really write. That's why all news journalists who write have to have a source. That's why when the government say, hey, give me your source, hey man, my freedom of press, I don't have to tell you who told me this information. The news guy on television, he can tell you whatever because those are two different entities. And that's what we need to know as black people in America. The guy that's on the television, he's full of shit. The guy that's writing, that's why they're trying to take the writers out. So if you ever want to hide something from a nigga, put it in a book. That's why you watch the news and you don't read the newspaper.
We got books over here.
Brother, let's stick to what me and you talking about. That's why you watch the news and don't read the newspaper. And I'm telling you,
for the news,
brother, that's why I'm telling you, I don't watch the news. I go to the library. There's nothing in the library that's false. If you go watch the book of Eli, that's why they are not giving children books anymore. That's why you don't read a book. That's why they don't read books. Because you are giving information from the news guy. That's why you are telling me what a man says, and I'm telling you what was written.
Now you just said there's nothing we read in the library that's false. That mean you believe in anything the white man put in them textbooks and told us to read, correct?
When the last time you read a book out the library that a white man written? Are you telling me your school books? That's not from the library, brother. Your school books that they give you from the school.
You get what I'm saying. Don't twist it. I'm going to tell you. I said that mean you believe in whatever the white man wrote in them books and made us read in them libraries.
I don't believe the white man.
If you said whatever in the library not false, you said whatever we read in the library is not false. So that means you believe in whatever them white men wrote in them books and made us read out them libraries, whether it's the school library, public library. You get what I'm saying, Mr. Charleston White. What's up?
There are more black people who have written books than white people, my brother.
Okay. Well, tell me something.
And I believe everything that's written in the book because they have nonfiction, they have sci-fi, they have all these accuracies in books. That's why they have different genres, young brother. There's more Latin people who have written than white people.
Okay.
Most of your history will be wrote in a book. Black, white, African, Arab, or whatever. Your history will be accounted for in a book. It won't be posted. It won't be in the news media. It's going to be wrote in a book. That's why none of you are in the library reading and picking books. That's why right now today, when last time you been to the library and got one of them white man books?
We got them over here.
No, don't tell me what you got over there that y'all read in prison. First 48 Laws of Power, that book has no power. Every nigga I know reading that book broken, don't control nothing, don't own nothing, with a convicted background. So don't tell me about the books that the streets read. That's a bullshit book. The 48 Laws of Power. Tell me about something else you done went and got out the library, homie, your history. Your history. What do you know about a griot? Since you like watching the news. If you go to that white man's library to tell you that Africans didn't write books. Africans was oral historians called griots. They told their history in family reunions once they sit amongst each other. So where you getting your history from? Since you so judgmental of the white man books, all y'all went to that white man school system to learn your history. The white school teacher taught you how to read. Your mothers and fathers didn't.
And they didn't teach us our history though.
Where you learn your history from then? Who English did you read? What language did you read your history in?
We learned our shit in the movies.
What language did you learn your history in?
We learned our shit in the music.
What language did you learn your history in?
This the language that we learned in.
No. He keeps speaking. What do they rap in English? Spanish,
okay, yeah, English. Yeah.
So
English.
when you watch your movies, what language did they speak?
Right, English, right.
That white man's language, right?
Right.
So you learned your language from the white man. You spoke his language. How do you know it's correct? You spoke his language. You didn't speak it in your language. You didn't speak it in your language. You spoke it in his language. So what's your problem with his history and you talking his language? You eat his food, you eat beef, don't you?
Don't eat pork.
Do you like beef?
Yeah.
Pork is not the white man's diet. Pork is not the white man's diet. Beef is. Our digestive system is not even meant to digest beef. Our teeth are not even meant to chew meat. So what you telling me about pork for and you eat beef? One of the worst products, it's a dead carcass. And it takes 3 days to rot in your belly before your body can digest it. So what's your problem with pork? And most of the cancers come from beef. His red meat. He liked to drink blood. He liked to taste. So why are you eating beef, brother? That's his diet. We so miseducated, homie, we don't know nothing. We just divided by our bullshit belief system. So we think we know, but we don't know because we speak English. We all speak English, his language. He's the Englishman. He come from the Queen, not us. We speak his language. You want to teach me in his language, and you want to tell me I'm wrong in his language. We all wrong, brother. Yeah, y'all fucking with me, man. We all wrong.
Hey, hold on. It's Dewberry with his shoes on. His
that nigga laid on that nigga. Say, country niggas. Yeah, country niggas in Chicago. Yeah, he gonna start tapping his toes together.
That was funny.